Let's see, what do we got? Oh my goodness. I have questions. So yes, let's address the elephant in the room. It's been a while since I've made a video, about 3 months or so, but I would like to get back on track making videos. I really enjoy doing them. Recently, I had a client a couple years ago who had bought this computer from me, reach out to me and say, you know, the computer that I got off you is not really doing what I need it to do anymore. He plays iRacing. It's like a racing simulation game, and as far as I remember, he had issues with cars that were disappearing while he was driving stuff, and I remember trying to troubleshoot a bunch of issues with why that would be. He ended up buying a second gaming computer, which is this abomination here. He said this was working for a while, but I think recently it stopped working. So he said, I got these two PCs. One doesn't work, one of them's not really working for what I'm trying to do with my game. Can you take both of these and build one computer from them? I think first let's just try booting these computers and just seeing if A, they turn on, and B, kind of what they're about. Okay, so it does boot, does turn on. I see Microsoft Edge somehow has made its way back on here. Not really sure what's going on there. So this is an Intel i7 920 CPU. It's like a first generation Intel i7, 12 gigs of RAM and triple channel. For hard drives, we have one SSD. That's a 500 gigabyte SSD at Kingston. And for storage, it looks like we have a 1 terabyte hard drive. There's a GeForce 960 in this. I don't think that's the graphics card that was in it when I sold it, but I'd have to check my notes. It's all still working. It's just old. So let's see what's going on with the other computer. I thought you guys might also enjoy a quick side panel off shot. So decently cable managed, tidy. I can tell you right now, only one fan in the front. If we end up reusing this case, definitely gonna need some more airflow. And now, let's check out this monstrosity. So I know pretty much nothing about this. I just want to plug it in and just see if it shows me an image. Power. Power switch. Some RGB lit up in there. So it's not letting it boot in right now because it's saying that there's a CPU fan speed error, which means either something was plugged into the fan speed and now it's unplugged, like on the motherboard, or something happened, the BIOS got reset. So I'm just gonna go in and turn off that fan speed header so it doesn't look for it. Your PC device needs to be repaired. The boot configuration data file doesn't contain valid information for an operating system. I'd be interested to see if I can recover this, just so I can see it boot into Windows and just see what's on, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I've also never gone into this troubleshooter startup help thing and ever had it work, so I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. All right, so there's something going on here. I don't know, let's just pop this thing open and see what it looks like inside. Only one thumb screw because it looks like the top interferes with this external fan here, which I wonder why they did that, but I guess we'll find out in a second. So this panel is just beat to hell. Let's see, what do we got? Oh my goodness. I have questions. Oh, there is one screw holding this SSD in. Oh, I don't even think it's an SSD. Is that a hard drive? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on a second. What the heck, bro? So what we had here is just completely the wrong screw cross-threaded into this old laptop hard drive. I see that there's also 2 more hard drives down here. And I do also see there's an M.2 drive installed here with completely the wrong screw. Just sort of jammed in there. But there does appear to be some decent hardware. This is a 2060. I don't know what a sunbow is, or a Vaski. Also, the airflow of this case, we have an in blowing into the case. Somehow air is supposed to flow through this mess, and then there is a fan in the front, and it's blowing out this way. So I got a bunch of cables that are part of the front panel, so nothing we can do about those. And this is the fan I was talking about, blowing out this way. Very interesting. So I think we start by just tearing this apart and seeing what kind of parts are in here. We still don't really know what CPU's under here, or what board this is. I guess we could probably figure that out. It is a Strix, at least if we could see the chipset. I'll just snap this back on for now. I'm gonna take these hard drives out because they're just making me nervous. You know what? I'm just gonna disconnect a bunch of stuff and just see what we can't get out of here. There are some untrimmed zip ties in here. But I guess at this point, like, trimming your zip ties is the least of your concern. I don't know why they put this on the outside. This could have went in here. There is room for a second fan, so this could have been all mounted internally. I don't know why it's external. Let's see if we can rescue this graphics card. Nothing wrong with that. So this is an Asus Strix Z270 Gaming. I kind of want to get this power supply out of here. This looks nice. Yeah, the zip ties aren't trimmed, but it looks like an attempt was made. What happened on the other side? Rosewell 750 watt gold, so that's another decent component. So these hard drives, there's not one hard drive in this entire computer that's secured properly. I think we can free this front panel. Wonderful. Get those all out of the way. Only 2 screws holding this one in. And last but not least, I'd like to tackle this motherboard. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not much holding that in. There is 5 screws in this, which is honestly more than I thought was going to be in it. That is not even remotely the right screw for that. It's a 120 gig M.2, pretty small by today's standards. I am curious to see what CPU is under here. No way. Look at that thermal paste. I'm confused. It is like 100% dry right here. Definitely looks like a bit of a problem. Processor is an i7 7700K, so actually an overclockable processor, which is pretty cool. So it's safe to say that this abomination of a build definitely has better parts, but this case is way nicer. We still don't know if this is okay or not. So what I think I might do is clean up these parts, build a test bench, and try to get Windows installed. So it's just about to boot this thing up, and I noticed that all these front panel pins were bent. Now I've straightened most of them out. I noticed there's a bunch more bent pins here. So I'm just gonna straighten those out, but I just wanted to show that. Okay, I think we're ready to boot. Okay, so I was poking around on Asus's website, and I did see that they had a new beta BIOS out with native Windows 11 support. Okay, so we have this thing up fully here now in Windows 11. I'm just running a looped Cinebench run just to kind of check for thermal throttling. I do only have the one fan running on this radiator as well, so we could get a little bit more performance if I squeaked another fan on the other side here. And max temperature we've seen so far is 88, so this is probably adequate. And just a quick user benchmark just to make sure it's all So my work area is a complete disaster right now. These are the good PC parts that I'm going to be putting into the good computer. We have Windows 11 installed. Everything's just updating right now, so it's just running on the test bench on the side over there. These are the parts that we're not using for the good PC, but I'm going to build them back into that other broken case so that this guy can sell his extra parts as like a budget gaming PC to somebody, and we'll put Windows 10 on this one. So I figure, well, I put these into the old case and I just kind of work away. I'll just time lapse this, and by the time I'm done building this, these updates will be done and we can build these parts into the good case. Okay, so I finished getting all the spare parts together into this little budget machine. I was going to time lapse the whole thing, but I figured it was taking a really long time and there were so many little kind of hiccups. So I just opted just to get it done. The cables in this, there's almost no room between the motherboard tray and the back of the case. So to get the back panel on, even with making sure all the cables were laying as flat as possible, I basically had to like lay on the back panel and kind of just like massage it on in one stroke. So I guess all that's left to do now is to boot it up and see what happens. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this thing looks like it's up and running 100%. So all that's left to do now is to clean up the case that all these components came out of, the nicer case, and put all the nicer hardware into the nicer case and get this whole project wrapped up. So there we go, guys, another one for the books. I don't really know what else to say. We had a very decent gaming computer in this very, very beat up, dirty old case with horrendous cable management, and it didn't even boot, and don't even ask me what was going on with the hard drives flying around in here. Took all those components, moved all the nice components from this one into this one, put a fresh breath of new life into this guy, and put Windows 11 on it since the Z270 platform supports that natively with a BIOS update. So throw it all together and we have a nice fresh Windows 11 gaming PC that just feels super snappy and modern, and it's ready to do some solid gaming. So now I just have some cleanup to do and to get these guys back to their owner, This one will be hooked up to his racing simulator. Should be a nice solid PC for him for a while. So thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but you know, life got crazy there for a little while. I definitely have the itch. I have some really cool video ideas. I cannot wait. So I will see you soon. Hit subscribe. You'll get those notifications. Drop me a like, please. And I will see you soon for the next video.